The story follows the death of David Lee, a video store owner in Mandela Catalogue Volume 4. David is tricked by one of the major alternates who has the shape of an angel to go to a church, passing as the priest in the abandoned St. Gabriel Church, wanting to give David a job, especially as David's business has been struggling. This leads to the unfortunate and painful death of David losing his eyes after gazing at this terror-inducing alternate. This is when we get introduced to another county bordering the Mandela County known as Worksha. After a series of disappearances and incidents led by the alternates and the live broadcast made in Mandela, the population of Mandela County plummeted, rendering it an almost dead and abandoned county. However, with this new incident, Mandela saw a large traffic following this incident by curious bystanders, possibly coming from the neighboring county. The news channel known as Channel 3 seemingly belongs to the other neighboring county, which all of a sudden gets an interference in the middle of a live broadcast with an alternate appearing. This reveals how alternates are spreading further into the world, not only Mandela County, able to even target live broadcasts. The scene then quickly changes to a live chat between Sarah Heathcliff and Eveline. Knowing from before, Sarah is the sister of the late Mark Heathcliff, who is investigating alternates and paranormal. She founded a paranormal club previously which also involved Adam, another main character who was directly targeted by alternates since birth. In the older videos going as far back as 80s and 90s, we see Adam's mother dying after being shown her child, Adam, being vanished with a creepy image of an alternate on the TV. Not much more is revealed, but it's heavily implied that she passed away after sustaining the condition commonly referred to as MAD, which refers to victims who have an encounter with alternates and passed away intentionally. That's the case for Adam's mother, who passes away with Adam in the future slowly becoming interested in the paranormal and alternates after that, trying to find a way to bring his deceased mother back to life, believing she somehow is still out there, maybe in an alternate reality, as after all, these foreign entities are known as alternates, misunderstood presences who can shapeshift, who came from a different reality, so it's a possibility victims targeted by them have traveled to a different dimension, or at least their essence. The live chat between Eveline and Sarah is continued, both talking about how strange Adam has become as of recently. And that is of course due to having a close encounter with an alternate and learning that he himself is an alternate. Eveline tries to deny anything is wrong with Adam, as if trying to cover up something that actually happened. It's soon revealed in the following scene what truly is going on with Adam, which left Eveline completely gobsmacked to the point of being terrified for her life, to even open up about her experience.
What are you doing?
Something I want to show you.
Adam? Who is that? Adam, who is that?
In this tense and terrifying encounter, Eveline tries to find out what's happening with Adam, seemingly being in a dark room with Adam in the other room, with strange synthesized sounds being heard, clearly an alternate trying to mimic what they heard before. This shows how Adam is confused by being an alternate who can't cope with it and finds it difficult to accept. This goes back to his infant periods when he saw the friend on the TV being an alternate who replaced them with another alternate, with Adam growing up feeling like a human as he was completely replaced, having the same mind, memories, and even intelligence of a human, just to learn that he's not and he's an imposter, simply being an alternate. This is why he's terrified of his own existence and tries to test the extent of his own abilities, not able to accept what's happening. Here, Eveline keeps pleading with Adam to talk and explain what's happening when she sees the face of a misshaped alternate, which could suggest she was then replaced by an alternate herself. The scene then quickly changes to leaked camera footage in the Bythorn Hospital, where the doctors performing the autopsy of David Lee are heard talking. Time being 7:24, the doctors talk about how David had his eyes gouged out and displaced somewhere that they can't find. This might be due to the alternate struggling to copy the eyes of David or any other person. Therefore, this specific alternate took the eyes of David to create a more convincing shape, especially as this alternate seems to be one of the oldest ones, dating back all the way to biblical times. The doctors then open the skull of David to see a brain which seems to be moving, which shocks the doctors to what they see, not able to explain it.
Give me the rundown.
Dead upon arrival and both eyes missing. Estimated death was at around midnight.
Were the eyes recovered?
No, didn't get any word about that.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Come here. Look.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Brain's not supposed to do that.
Time passes on, with the doctors revealing what happened to the population of Mandela County, explaining majority of the people, or at least the ones living, emigrated to the neighboring county, Worksha, with the St. Gabriel Church bordering both counties. This is directly due to the Mandela County Authority efforts to combat the alternates, which led to their almost ultimate defeat, with its population being directly under constant attack, depleting in numbers and eventually leaving in hopes of leaving their past behind. However, instead, they brought their problems with them, with the alternates also coming with them to the new county and targeting new people.
I forgot that place even existed.
Well, yeah. Nothing really worth talking about. Felt kind of weird, actually, seeing people there. Especially the press.
This was on the news?
I guess so.
The last time I heard them mentioned was when they were all migrating to, what was it, Worksha?
Don't ask me.
The following scene has partially covered texts ordering someone to go and investigate a certain thing which seems to be screams. This person who is being instructed to do so seems to be the brave officer known as Thatcher, who survived the suspenseful encounter with an alternate that took his shape and ultimately his role as an officer. Despite his bravery answering to calls about intrusions which no one from the police department wanted to be involved in, Thatcher left his partner Ruth Weaver when they were under attack by an alternate, running away, which led to his depression and isolation, feeling guilty for abandoning his partner who ultimately faced death. Now having his life stolen by an alternate and his dignity and sense of justice trumped, Thatcher seems to be working up his courage to get back in the good fight and help as many people as he can against the alternates. That's when this obscured commanding text comes to play, ordering him to go and investigate certain screams. Getting in his car and driving to Worksha County on 6th of January 2009, he comes across a messy house with the radio playing in the background. One specific line plays saying that he's no longer the hero but a cog in the machine when he spots a static person in the room when he starts shouting all of a sudden, which drops Thatcher to the ground in fear.
The Fate of the Jester. Chapter 1. As the boy lay there dormant, all of his humanity drained into a murky puddle. Milky eyes cut through the thick blackness of the bedroom. A spectator. He was no longer the hero of this story, just a cog in the machine.
That's when the video ends with an ambiguous line saying that the suspect has been identified with a creepy, unhuman-like humanoid being seen. It seems very grim for all the main characters in the story. It seems Sarah is trying to poke her nose into finding out what's happening with Adam, who is an alternate and surrounded by many, which could lead to her death. Eveline, on the other hand, is trying to deal with a confused and angry alternate Adam, which is left ambiguous as well to what happened to her after the scene ended, which could mean she died as well. But anyway this goes, Eveline is not going to have a good time. For Adam, well, he seems to be having an identity crisis at the moment, not being able to cope with the knowledge that his entire existence is a lie, that he is not the original Adam, merely just a well-sculpted copy who has the same shape and mind. This makes Adam a very valuable asset to the alternate society, who have a member raised as a child amongst humans, who can be a good test subject to see how alternates will behave and be if replaced at an early stage. In the meantime, Thatcher, seemingly being the hero of the story, the David fighting against Goliath. His entire ambition is crushed when he gets told he's simply a cog in the machine, used by the alternates for their grand scheme to fully integrate themselves in the society, when Thatcher drops and seemingly dies after encountering an alternate. Only more videos will reveal what will happen to the main characters and what the ultimate goal of these entities known as alternates is, especially with someone like Adam. And that's about it for this video, folks. If you enjoyed this video, you can stay tuned for more by hitting on the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your host, Star, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a fantastic day.